So something that's been on my mind about Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh is becoming anime. Now, to the uninitiated, you might think, "Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh's always been an anime," and like, why are you bringing this up? It's not really worth a discussion. But Yu-Gi-Oh is more anime, at least in my opinion, it's more anime than when it first started. You know, when Yu-Gi-Oh first started, we had the anime-centric cards, the DM era stuff, right? You couldn't separate the card game from the anime. But as time kind of changed, we got more and more cards that had nothing to do with the anime, right? Especially in that kind of like 5Ds era and onward, especially for like the Zexal era and Arc 5 era, where a lot of our top decks were not in the anime, that had nothing to do with it. But lately, that actually hasn't changed. If anything, we're even further away from the Yu-Gi-Oh anime with Vrains, and I mean, there is no Yu-Gi-Oh anime right now, unless you count Sevens, but in the West, we don't have it. But right now, though, there's this weird, it's hard to call it a turning point, because we're not going back to the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. It was recently put on my mind that Yu-Gi-Oh archetypes are looking more and more like anime. And, you know, I remember when Sky Strikers first came out, and we were all like, oh, another, like, anime archetype. But it's like, Sky Strikers didn't have, like, a very clear and obvious anime genre that it, like, fell into. You could argue it was the magical high school genre, but, like, it didn't go that far. But with these new archetypes, and namely I'm talking about the Exorsister archetype. Is it Exorsister? I don't know what it's called. And then the Brave Token archetypes, which, see, like, art style wise, extremely anime. But then you get to like the Brave Token archetype, and its very play style is the genre of isekai in anime. Like, that's kind of a weird way to get back to your anime roots or to create new ones. Now, I really enjoy playing older style Yu-Gi-Oh! It reminds me a lot of, well, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime and manga that I fell in love with as a kid. And so sometimes with newer like decks and strategies, I don't really know why I'm playing them. Sometimes I play them just because they're good. And that's fine in the short term. But sometimes I want a little bit more. And for the first time in a long time, when I saw the Brave Token archetype and I read about it, and I quickly caught on to what they were doing, and I was just like, "Hey, this is kind of dope." I'm a huge anime fan. Am I a weeb? Maybe, but the idea of getting archetypes that literally play like a type of anime or an anime, or the theme comes from it, that really like ignites something inside of me, in my soul, something that I hadn't felt since we were playing back in the DM era of Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm wondering if this is because we don't have a Yu-Gi-Oh anime anymore, that we don't get anime archetypes anymore, and so there's like this void of creativity that has now been filled with, well, other anime. And I like that direction. I think it's fun. At least for me it is. But at the same time, it's kind of sad, because I mean, the Yu-Gi-Oh anime was huge. It was popular. It was everywhere. But now we don't really have one, at least in the West. We don't have one. And we're replacing it with like a generic idea of an anime instead of a real one. Like, if someone started playing Yu-Gi-Oh the moment those archetypes come out, they would have a stronger relationship with, let's say, like ReZero or something than they would with the Yu-Gi-Oh anime series. I'm not talking just DM. I understand people were born after it, and some people like JX and 5Ds, more, whatever. But I kind of miss that. It's like, this makes me miss the relationship we had with the anime. I would like to see us return to form. You know, maybe one day we get another big Yu-Gi-Oh anime that runs with the card game and we all get to enjoy it and whatnot. Maybe it's kiddie, maybe it's adult, I don't know. But in the meantime, I will make do. Like, the Brave Token archetype and the Exorcist archetypes being almost like their own anime shows in card game form, that's pretty nice for right now. And I will play it and I will enjoy it. I will really enjoy it. But I don't know, just kind of like food for thought. Yu-Gi-Oh is becoming anime again, but it's not the Yu-Gi-Oh anime.